How is everyone doing on this Friday morning? Man, I'm so glad it's Friday. That means it's getting closer to next Wednesday and I get another day off. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, hope all of y'all are doing great this morning. It is very rainy here today. In fact, it took me about 20 minutes longer to get home than normal. Which was not very good. But it is what it is. Anyway, welcome. Yeah, like Pete said, if you don't mind, go ahead and smash that like button. Get that out of the way. Help the algorithm. YouTube is trying to be nicer to me, so I want to make sure that continues to happen. Let's see here. Let me make sure my camera is straight this morning. It always gets off. Yeah, I believe it's 60 something here right now. It's 64 right here, drummer. By the way, good morning, Mr. TC, Mr. Drummer, Mr. MDC, and Mr. Pete. Hope you gentlemen are doing great this morning. Staying dry if you have rain. Man, it was coming down a monsoon on my way home. I got behind somebody on an old country road. Good morning, Michael. And it was a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, and they were going 20. And I was like, good grief. Anyway, so in my front pocket last night, I had my Apocalypse, which I'm absolutely loving. Morning, mister. I'm absolutely loving this knife.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I said absolutely. I didn't say. I'm unplugging you right now. You are getting the axe. You will not talk anymore during my streams. All right, she is gone. Anyway, I absolutely love this knife. I think it's gorgeous. I love the flipper tab delete. Makes it look that much better. It's a chunky beast of a knife. It's got absolute perfect action, great sound, hydraulic drop. I can't recommend it enough. Had that in my front pocket. And in my back pocket, I had another one which I just absolutely love. Both of these are chunky boys. They fit my hands great. This one has a real solid close and clunk. I'm loving it too. So I carried those two in my pockets. And then in my back left pocket, I carried this. And I did use this more than those two last night. And I'm loving this knife. I've still not had a misfire with it. And I'm probably getting close to 500 firings. So yeah, I'm loving this too. By the way, my light was dead this morning, so I had to charge it a little while. So let me get that set up where we got a little bit more light like we're supposed to. There we go. A little bit more better lighting. Yes, drummer, I do. I've got what I consider my favorite one that they make. I believe it is in my Kubey case. Let me see if I can find that for you, and I'll grab that mini FSD that he was asking about. MDC, I think, is that the letters? Yeah, MDC was asking about the mini FSD. I will find that one shortly. It might take me a minute to find this Geo knife, so hold on just a moment. Here it is. So this is the one that I've got, drummer. I happened to get it before they jacked up their prices all crazy. So I got this one for $125 in M390. And it's got great action. I haven't used it much, so it might be a little. This one is called the whatever, something weird. Can't remember the name of it. Might as well go figure it out real quick. It is the. Somebody else will probably beat me to it. It is called. Well. It is called. Still going. Must be on the 3rd page. It's called the Sharp Shadow. Yeah, this one is called the Sharp Shadow. They were worth $125. They're not worth $199. And then the other. No, the Ethereal is a different one. This one is much cooler, in my opinion. I'll put it down here below the chat. Yeah, the Ethereal. So this one is the Sharp Shadow. And the Ethereal is okay, but it definitely gives me Nutter Butter vibes from the shape of it. And the I don't know, the handle's way too plain on that one. I like the handle on this one way better. It's got some shape to it, got finger curves. I like the blade shape a little better. Yeah, the Ethereal's not bad. That's the first one they came out with, I think. But it's just a little too rounded. I don't know. I didn't like it as much. A lot of people have that Ethereal because of how cheap it was. You could get an M390 one with G10. You could get this one for $69 back when it first launched. And so that was a crazy price for an M390 knife. But this one was $69, I believe. And that's pretty wild for an M390. They have another one that I like. It is the Blaze. Yeah, I like the Blaze. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about, Sever. I like the Blaze, and they actually had one more that was decent, in my opinion. Yeah, this one. And the Komodo. The Blaze and the Komodo. I don't like that. Oh, and the Noxus is not bad. They got some decent knives. All right. Couple more things. Let's see. So yesterday I did get my watches. This is the Omega, the Aquaterra Riders Cup edition. I'm really liking it so far. I guess we'll see if it keeps good time. That's all that really matters. It's got the nice bracelet with the double clasp. It's got super smooth automatic action, of course. You can watch it spin. It'll just keep spinning super smoothly. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. That's cool, Christopher. What is it? But yeah, I like it so far. I think it's very classy looking. I like that pattern on the dial on the face. Anyway, that's that one. And then I also got my Patek, and it's very nice too. I was surprised at how much I like it. It's got the decorative movement as well, and it spins just as great. Both of these have Mayota movements, Japanese movements, but and this one has the double clasp too. It's a little tight right now. Come on. Maybe I'm going the wrong direction here. What is going on? Which way do I have it? Oh yeah, I was going the wrong way, but it's got the nice double clasp with Patek and stuff on it. But anyway, I got that one. And TC and me both were messing around. He showed the price of that watch for the real deal. And check out the price on that Patek. That Nautilus. $187,000. No thank you. And the Aquaterra is cheap compared to that. It's only $29,500. But yeah, I like the it's got the golf ball milling TC. And the loom on it looks good too. I need to hit it with the... Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't realize it was green and blue. That's pretty cool. Check out the loom when I hit it with the ultraviolet. When I hit it with the UV. You can't really tell they're two different colors, but the hands are blue and the rest of it is green. But the loom works good. All right. Yeah, it's only $29,000, mister. I'll stick with the $150 I paid for this one, or $145 or whatever it was. All right. What else did I have this morning? I had a couple of things, maybe over here. Oh yeah, I guess that I showed this a while back, but I guess this guy finished his fully forged slip joint. Yeah, what kind of why do you owe Jufuel anything about keeping it private? He's in China. Like, why does it matter? I'm sure pretty soon he's going to release what it is anyway. Can't think of the word. What kind of alliance? What kind of dang it. Y'all know what I'm... Anyway, I showed this guy's knife, the fully forged slip joint he made, and I like it. Made out of, like, bar stock. We looked at it a while back. But I thought that would be a cool little project to make. I like how he's got it tucked in there. That's a lot of hammering. But pretty cool. What is the word I'm trying to think of? Dang it. Yeah, what obligation do you have to Jaful? Oh, Nirvana? Yeah, they've already released the Nirvanas. I think I think it's already been out that they're going to do a Python and a Nirvana integrals. Lemifshi did one, and I missed it, and I'm super mad about it. But that's on my bucket list. It's been on my list for a while. We go over to the obligation. I couldn't even think. I knew what word I was trying to say, but Lemifshi Nirvana. So here's the integral Lemifshi, and I want one of these bad. I love the grind he put on the blade too. Yeah, I love that knife. I hope Juful does the same blade grind. But yeah. Yeah, Spyderco does put cease and desist on a lot of stuff. That's why I've told y'all before, if you go looking for them on AliExpress, you have to use the C number. And that's also why they can't show the holes. But like if you want a Sage 5, you have to go, the easiest way is to find the C number. So they'll tell you the C number on Blade HQ. They used to, it's the C123. So that's a trick. If you go to AliExpress, you can type C123 and knife. And they don't make a Sage 5, but if they did, it would pop up. Like the Shaman is the C1, C229. So you can go C229 knife, and it'll bring up all the Shamans. But they can't show the round holes either because of Spyderco. And that's the whole reason OK Knives has to have a whole separate section for Spyderco. That's why when you go to their Spyderco page, it launches a whole nother website in China because they can't host it on the same one they do on their main one. But yeah, Spyderco is very litigious. There's a Nirvana regular one. Wait. Oh yeah, there's the two screw holes. So those two screw holes right there and right there is how you can tell them apart from the integral. Morning, Andrew. Oh, nothing you can say is going to stop it. Let's say he's going to make them all, and then they really can't do nothing. So I heard Juful was going to make a Python and a Shaman and a Para 2. I mean, a PM2 and a Para 3. And a Sage 5. Coming soon from Juful. There's nothing that's going to stop it. They're going to start recycling some older knives this year, though. So we're going to get some copies of stuff Hilberg did. Like the Holt knives and the Norseman. The Norseman's supposed to be coming sometime soon, too. So I got a message last night well, I got it 10 days ago, but I finally noticed it last night. And it said this right here. It said, "Hello, friend. Could you find the disassembly pictures of Shiru for us? Thank you." I don't know what he thinks I can do and why I would do it, but that's Lamifshi asking me if I could find disassembly pictures of a Sharknivko Shiru. So I guess that's coming soon. Andrew, I haven't, but they should definitely make one because all the clones come with bearings. And one of those guys on Instagram should do it. Either AR, was it AR? AR Knives. What did I? AR Custom Knives. Either him or SG needs to do some Spyderco mods because AR does a great job. Yeah, and the other one, Andrew, we looked at, I don't know if you were here, I think you went to bed, is SG Knives. He does a bunch of bearing mods too. So maybe he would do one. I don't know. We need to find a manufacturer. What we really need to find is somebody over there in China making the clones that'll make liners that'll work in the real thing. Like we need Shaman liners and PM2 liners and Para 3 liners. So we don't have to buy donor knives to get a reblade done. I like going through these guys' pages, seeing their machinery. I like his breakdown of his blade shapes and sizes too. Got a bunch of them ready to go. All right, now I got to get back to, I was asked about the mini FSD. I really can't, if I was going to recommend, I don't know, there's 3 that have come out recently that I would totally recommend more than any of the others. And that is this one, this one, those 2, and the full-size FSD. These things are great when they're functioning properly. And then the let's see, the mini FSD from Winter Pudding is this one, and it's great too. I've got it tuned. Like, they're both just butter. Yeah, I got you, Pete. It was SG Knives. Yeah, I mean, this would be up there on my list, but these 3 right here are the ones that have impressed me the most. The action on this one just doesn't compare quite as good as these 3. I mean, I've got this one tuned pretty good, but it still doesn't feel as buttery as these 3 do. All 3 of these are perfect. That one's hydraulic. That one's perfect. I've got two of these, so I don't know which one is the one that I've tuned. I bought one and didn't tune it, but they're both perfect. Perfect action. And this one is just, I mean, it just, how I love button locks that you can stop them along the way and let off the button and make them slowly close. That shows me they got the perfect amount of pressure. I used to try to count, see how many times I could get it to stop before it would actually close on liner lock. But yeah, these things are great. But the mini you ask about is a good size for most people. Most people would like this one better than the full size one. And it's perfect too. Perfect centering, perfect detent. Super easy to open and close. Front flipper works good. Fuller works great. I mean, these are sweet knives. And then the one from Lemifshi, the M390 one with the liner lock is probably better. But it's kind of expensive, so I don't recommend it. The $160 knives, I don't recommend. I get them myself. So that one and the Cortex were both those $150, $160 ones because they got M390. And they're both great too. But for around the $100 mark, you can't beat those other ones I just showed. But this liner lock has got just perfect action. All right, back to where we were. All right, let's go to the drop point, see what we got today. Pete, I guess you got that. It's just SG Knives. That's all it is up there at the top. All right, Bald Man, Serpico XL. Y'all got any knives y'all want to talk about, just shout them out. We'll check them out. All right. Black Grip G10 4.2 inch blade. Wait a minute, something ain't right here. These math ain't mathing. It says blade length 4.2 and it says overall 9 inches and the handle is not 5 inches. It looks like the blade is longer than the handle. Maybe that's the angle the picture's at. I don't know. It's a big boy though. All right. Brotherhood Blades Dozier. It's a wild looking belt. That's a heavy belt. That's like a 40 grit belt pattern. I don't know what's going on with that thing. Oh, Andrew, the Dixons are one of those great. McNeese should be super mad, but I find it very ironic that the knives that they do of his are like 90% copies. But these are absolute butter. And both have great action. Great detent, great sound, perfect close. This one's a little tighter. But man, they are nice. Definitely worth getting. The milling's good on them. It's very smooth. Feels very good in hand. I don't even know if you can see the milling lines on that one. They're there. But yeah, the Dixons are great. Good morning, B Shady. Yeah, we're not looking at machetes. Fixed blades or folding knives? Give us a fixed blade or a folding knife to look at, Co-Bunny. But the Dixons are a win. That's a crazy belt grind. Kind of blade steel is that? Probably some like, yeah, 80 CR. Oh, speaking of 80 CR, before we go anywhere, there's a guy. I'm wondering where they're getting all these tomahawks and stuff from. And I finally found one. But you know, my pipe tomahawk, they make clones of that brand, and I didn't even know it. Yeah. The Mojaves are coming soon. Where is that silly tomahawk? Or this guy just found him at Aeon, which I gotta find. I get a bunch of good stuff down through here today. Well, must be getting close. But I wanted y'all to see real quick, because it's made out of the same material. Hang it. Oh, well, I asked him what the, oh, it's called Battle Axe. What the search terms were, and it was 80 CR V2 and Battle Axe. Yeah, here it is. So they're making clones of the S13. And I wonder how good they are. This guy was in Australia that was selling the one I saw. But the RMJ, so that's the RMJ Tactical. Well, I think the S13 is one of theirs. But it was funny that the 80 CR seems to be material that they use in rugged stuff. This knife made me think of it. But yeah, they're cloning the RMJ stuff. And I had no idea they were doing that, even with the same boxes and everything. And I'd like to try one of their fixed blades sometime. They got some big boy fixed blades. There's a Magna Cut. There you go, Co-Bunny. That's about as close as I can get for you. That's what you need to move up to, is some RMJ machetes. He's got some crazy stuff you would like, some kukris. What else? Daggers, trench knives. That's a pretty knife too. All right, back to the drop point. Let me close some of these. Warlander Enterprises. They got a bunch of stuff. They always have a ton. little fixed blades. All right, what else we got? Half face blades, multiple customs. Somebody I think gets slept on. They're awesome little knives. I prefer them over TKL, but that's just my opinion. I've never owned either one, so what does my opinion matter? And I don't know why I feel that way. I guess because they're the underdog. They're not as popular, so. All right, Jack Wolf's knives. The Backwoods. Huh, that's a pretty knife, but I guess that's DLC. Oh, that's Melissa Backwoods' knife. Oh, that's why it's called the Backwoods. That's Melissa's design. That's cool. Didn't know that. Hollow Ground Crucible S90V. Dark Blast Titanium. 60 to 61 HRC S90V. I guess there's multiple versions of it. That's cool. I like the one with the bolster, with the titanium and the. I've got a knife out for delivery that y'all would never expect me to buy. I'm excited to show y'all it tomorrow. It will be a shock to most of you. Oh, really? Sever? Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't even seen their integral. Let's go to their Instagram and see if they got a post about it. Do you know what it's called, Sever? Is it a new one or is it an older one? I don't see any screws. Yeah, I do see a screw on that one, I think. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I don't see any screws on that one. Yeah, that's an integral. Let's see. Well, let's see. Folders. Yeah, it's got to be one of these, I guess. Yeah, integral button lock. Huh. Oh, yeah, there's the button. Is it the same? Yeah, same one. I was just showing the gold one. That's pretty cool. That looks like a bird. Looks like an eagle. If you look at the milling on the side and the profile of the head and the bottom, looks like an eagle. Pretty cool looking. It really does look like a bird. Let me see here. Come on, computer, act right. All right. Here we go. This ought to let you be able to see it a little better now. What I was talking about. It looks like a bird. I flipped the picture. Oh, it's called the crow. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't even paying attention to the name of it, Sever. No wonder it's called the crow. That was a brilliant thing for me to figure out on my own when it's already called the crow. That's pretty wild. I need some more coffee in me. All right, we're not going to Montana. RMJ Tactical, Coho Magna Cut. There you go, Pete. There's you a good Magna Cut. If they could get it at 64, I bet you'd like it. 62 to 63 is what they say. 3-inch blade. Yep, that looks like a Pete knife. That's a different kind of sheath they got going on there. Huh. That's interesting for $225. Yeah, I get owl vibes too. I've got an integral fixie. It's in my car. It's that Boker that I showed y'all. That Boker dagger. It's called the SID. The Shantz Integral Dagger. Yeah, I keep that in my car. 11 inches long, 7-inch blade. That's a good car knife. That's an integral. I don't know if you can't see the side of it, but it's solid all the way through. See somebody show it real quick. Come on.
What happens when you log I received and don't
you can see the side of it there.
Review the specifications on something before buying it.
It's very thick.
Maybe, but 744 knife, and I really like the way that looks, and the fit and finish on it is excellent. And actually,
yeah, I was impressed by the fit and finish too.
And it feels really, really good.
I don't know about his lighting in this video, but
was
14.8 ounces.
Knife is post pieces. So, and that weighs.
Yeah, it's a cool little integral dagger. All right, moving on. I got that in a bundle deal. I just put it in my car because an integral fixed blade. No, full tang is different than integral fixed blades. So integral fixed blades means the hilt and the guard and stuff is all formed out of one piece of metal. Let me go back and show you that knife again. So the reason they're called integral is because this part is all made out of the same piece too. Full tang knives don't necessarily have that all built in. So that's why this one's called an integral. So they make integral. So full tang can be just the blade and the handle is all one piece. And then they add on the guard, and all that stuff. But it is a real thing. Integral fixed blades. So a lot of them have guards and stuff. And see, here's a small integral hunter. So all that is made out of the same piece of metal too, and the tang. But that's why they're called integral, because other parts of the knife are made out of the same piece too. Like this one has the same kind of little part that's all made out of the same piece. But yes, there are plenty of full tangs, but they're called integrals if they have the other parts built into the same piece of metal. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, see, that's another one. That's not just full tang. It's got a full handle. It's titanium also. Yeah, just look up integral fixed blades and you'll see the difference. All right, back to where we were. Let's see. Gentry Custom Knives Pocket Drifter.
I did 4 of these, all matching. This is my pocket drifter design. Magna cut stainless steel, full satin. This has the thumb jimping that I kind of chamfered the edges on a little bit, which gives it just a really, really nice feel. I like the way that that turned out. These have a 3-inch cutting edge, 7-inch overall length, stabilized elk antler for the bolster, and then this has Skewer Composites orange glow segment with orange and black G10 accents, liner, and then olive green burlap micarta for the rear. Really cool combination. And these are all going to come with a Kydex sheath with a pocket clip. So again, there's
now you made me want to show you one thing on the Kyle Royer. On Kyle Royer's page. Pretty sure he did one. I spent 200 hours making these knives.
I'm going to finish my 5 integrals. I can't wait to see them finish because I think they're going to look beautiful. All the handles are ready for hand sanding. I'm going to go through and hand sand.
Yeah, I don't know why he called that one an integral, because he's putting a hand. There's something about when you mill the.
I'm going to finish my 5 integrals. I can't wait to see them.
Bolster and that part, whenever you mill that part out of the same as the blade and the handle tang, whenever you add like other parts of the knife, instead of just the blade and straight through, that's just a full tang when it's all one even thickness, because you have to do a bunch of different stuff to get this big thick part here and get it thinned down to here. So that's why when they work it, that's why they're called integrals, I guess. I'm just guessing. He calls them integrals because of that, because they've definitely got a handle. But you can see right here.
In this video, we're going to make some twisted W Damascus and then forge out 5 integral blades from that bar. I really like making small integrals, and I've made a couple in the past and people seem to really like them, so that's why I chose to do this small run of 5 pieces. They're gonna be available once they're finished since they're not
So he makes them out of the same bar. Let's watch a little bit here.
layers, which should also give a really cool day. It's real hot
Let's
out.
see what he does.
And kind of split up a bit.
Here's where he's going to work the different thicknesses in the parts. So that part is what makes it different, I guess. That's what makes it an integral.
Coffee break. Prototype for the next 4 and went ahead and forged out 4 more, so we've got a total of 5 of them.
So that's what
and the
makes
next
it, because it's not the same thickness like a full tang.
video, we are
fixed
going to
blade.
have an
Anyway. Good morning, Mitchell. What do you got for us, Sever? Yeah, it's a cool looking knife. It's a small knife. That's a full tang knife and not an integral because it's all the same thickness. It doesn't have the bolster and stuff. Yeah, that Asian guy, I don't know about a kid, but I know like an older, maybe it's a Hawaiian guy that I'm thinking of. It has some really great
We're going to
videos.
be 4 of these up for grabs.
All right, what else we got? Swedge. That's pretty cool looking too. And the, oh, what was this other one? The Cub. The Cub and the Bruin. The Bruin's a big boy. I like that Bruin a lot. CPM 154. Yeah, I like that knife a lot. That's got a really good size to it. I like the sheath too. What kind of, oh yeah, CPM 154. It's a little pricey for that blade steel, but very nice. I did show it. I showed this one. It's a USA made for 165. Is that what you said? How do we know it's USA? I guess because that guy made it. Available on back order. Yeah, it's a good price, but it is tiny though. It's a cool looking little knife though. I like the pointless window there. I like when people add that to fixed blades when it doesn't even need to be there, just for some flair. Looks like he would advertise USA made. I guess all his stuff is, maybe. Makes it all in his shop. Is everything... Let's see, what do we got here? About. I make what I want. With my hands or CNC machine, whatever tools get me from point A to B with the highest quality possible. So he makes all of them by hand, so that's cool. Yeah, that's super cool. Does it say what kind of blade steel? Yeah, S30V. Not S35V, though. Alright. Defiant 7 M320. It's a good old Rambo knife for the new age. I love that blade. That's a sweet blade. Defiant 7 is doing their thing. Yeah, that one's a lot longer, isn't it? Yeah, 8.75. Yeah, that's pretty wild. How long is this one? 11 inches. Wow. 6-inch blade. Yeah, that's a beast. And that's 3V. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice knife right there. Yeah, I like both the versions of 154. But that's what they're using in the $100 knives, you know, nowadays. So 300's a little much. I didn't say anything about not liking the steel. I just don't like the price. Yeah, that's a 3V big boy. Bet that handle's comfortable too. Full tang. Integral, maybe. I bet that's two pieces welded together. I think you can see the line there, in fact. And that's probably welded on at the end too. It's when they don't have to weld any pieces on, like that end piece or that middle piece. You can definitely see the line there. Sure, that's welded on too. Yeah, I like that Defiant 7. I like a lot of their stuff. They got that weird shaped one that we looked at. The sex. I thought Pete would like that one, but he doesn't. He thinks it's a little funky. But yeah, Defiant 7's doing their thing as of late. The Eagle. Oh, they got some some new ones, pre-production renders. That looks a lot like that Geo knife that I just showed. The blade shape and everything. Alright, what is next? Next week, alright, let's get down here to the folding knives and see what's new. Cybernita.no. Didn't we go there one day? I think we did. I know we did. Yeah, we looked at this exact knife at some point because I remember the water droplets. I said something about them. Oh, and how pointy it was. Yeah, and how it looked like a Yeah, we saw that one. Scandi grind is cool, but oh yeah, it's got the Bitcoin block height. That's why it was called the Cyberita. On the other side, it's got the block height. And we looked at that too. He's got it somewhere where you can see it. Thought he did. I know he does, but I don't remember where it was. Yeah, it's right down there. No. Weird thing. A weird little knife. Alright. Devo Saloon. TPK exclusive. Who bought one of those? Yeah, the heat treat's the most important part. Even D2 is fine, heat treated correctly. And I still love 14C 28N when heat treated correctly. Urban Cutlery exclusive. That's the one I would get. Probably. That's a good price on that version. Yeah, I think that version looks good. Alright. Warncliffe Ranger. Not seen that one yet. I just don't see the point of that little crazy piece in the middle. Just make it solid. Heretic Knives Medusa. Seen that a bunch. Model A on Curly Mango. Seen that one a bunch. The Unto. Oh yeah, y'all keep Mr. JC in your thoughts. He's not feeling too well at the moment, not doing too well. And hopefully they get that figured out. He bought one of these knives, that's what made me think of it. He bought a mini Prodigy, I believe, or a Prodigy. He bought either this one or the full-size version. But yeah, that's why we haven't seen him around, because he's dealing with some health issues, so y'all keep him in your thoughts. Good morning, Cliff. Yeah, that's the same price as the Vosteed. I agree, TC. That's a great deal. Yeah, I'm talking about John, Robin. Did I say JC? I meant JT. I don't know why. I thought I said JT. Maybe I didn't. Mr. John Tagamori. Yeah, one of our other buddies is not feeling too well either. Mr. Ed is in the hospital as well. I can say that because he finally posted it on the Discord. But yeah, Mr. Ed is also in the hospital. He had a couple of knives with him in his hospital bed. And he says he's feeling a lot better. So that's good to hear. Sure, he'll be back at it any moment. If y'all have not joined the Discord, I invite you to please do so. You would know things like that. And all you got to do is go to my YouTube page, and at the top there's a link. It says discord.gg. Just click that link and come over and join us in the Discord. The Jixon. Yeah, I told you the color looked way better in person. Mr. Mitchell. Yeah, I like it too. All right. Let's see. Back to the drop point. What else we got? The Dharma Auto. That's just the thickness to length ratio on that one is a little off. Carl Colson Knives. Koa wood. Pretty nice. Magna cut. I like that clip. I like that whole knife. That's pretty nice. That wood. Yeah, that's a nice knife. I would much rather have some real nice wood like that than I would G10 or something for that same price. At least I know I'm getting, I don't know, wood just feels a little bit more expensive. Yeah, I wasn't surprised he had knives in the hospital. You should be able to have your knife next to you in the hospital. Especially with all the movies you see with people coming in and trying to kill people in hospitals. Pretty wild. I didn't look at the titanium one. It's because it was black titanium. Oh, that is black micarta. That is not black titanium. Ah, there's the titanium one, duh. But it's carbon fiber and titanium. Why can't they just make it like... Oh, it's titanium on the ends. I got you. Titanium liners. Something. Titanium clip. I like that knife. Alright. Machine Wise, Sonoras. Hey, I got a question. Does anybody know Machine Wise's policy on do they have like a spa service or a fixed service? Like when you buy Machine Wise, would it be kind of warranted for life? Somebody here knows that somebody knows the answer to that. Would they adjust it and fix it for you for life, or Do they charge a service? Service request, warranty. Let's see what the warranty includes. If something goes wrong under normal use, we'll take care of it. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but why would you want to, Co-Bunny? Who would pick that over that Sonora? I wish I knew what all their patterns were called. Wish they had a chart that shows the patterns, what they're called. All they have is the drop down, and it doesn't show you. If you go to create a custom Mojave, it doesn't show you. Oh yeah, it does. It is showing now. I swear when we looked, maybe I don't know. Maybe it always has. I like the epicenter. Huh. Do the Sonoras have the same patterns? Oh, they got different ones. Sunray, Ripple, Diamonds, and Streamline. I guess Diamonds is the most common. I do not remember what I got. Let's see. Yep. Oh, wait. So do they have a... Huh. I guess they changed that according to what batch they're on. Does anybody know what numbers they're up to on Sonoras? Okay, 1600s. So I guess some of the earlier ones might have a different pattern than they do now.
The Sonora is machine-wise kicking the door in on the folder community and saying, hey, we're here, we're machine-wise, how you do? When I look through our lineup, it is the knife I choose to have in my pocket plus a balsam.
Yeah, like that pattern.
The machine-wise Sonora isn't.
Yeah, see how that one's just... This one just has diagonal lines. And when you go to the... They don't offer that anymore. They don't have the one with just the diagonal lines. So that's what I was wondering. I guess they change them according to what batch they're on. Christopher. Yeah, your talk to text is not working. Yeah, I think the Mojave clone is going to be great because it's a big frame lock knife that they ought to be able to nail. and get pretty close to the real thing. The Sonora's got that bushing, and I wouldn't trust them to make that one as close to the original as I would this one, because they've all got to be fit for a custom bushing. But yeah, they ought to be able to nail these. All right, Gavco with another $1,200 knife, maybe? Nope, $1,100. I like that. I don't like the colors he picked, but I like the pattern. I don't mind the colors actually too much. The clip matches, that's pretty cool. All right, Finch knife, Geneva spur. Oh yeah, I got a message from a guy I bought a knife from last night. That Finch oxbow is pretty nice. What made me think of it is the Finch part. But yeah, I got a message from a guy on Reddit, and that I bought my Finch from, my Brian Brown Finch. And this is what it said. It said, here it is. He said, "Hi there. I think I sent an additional knife to you by mistake. It would have been a Prometheus Designs Works PDW STS Titanium. And then he went on to say, can you let me know as soon as possible and I'll make arrangements to have it returned. Please, it's really important." So I was like, dude, you didn't send me an extra one of these knives. I don't know what you're talking about. I said I would have let you know instantly had you sent me an extra knife. So luckily, right above where he sent that, he had sent a picture of the label or the receipt where he shipped it through UPS. And on that label, it said right here, let me show you what it said. This is what it said on the shipping label. It said this right here. It said, shipment information, UPS ground, 0 pounds, 5.5 ounce actual weight. 1 pound billable weight. So he paid for a pound delivery, but it actually only weighed 5.5 ounces. So I was like, dude, like, look at the label you sent me. There's no way you could have sent me 2 knives for that weight. So I said, what you need to do, because this knife by itself weighs 4.3 ounces or something. I said, what you need to do is go look at all your receipts where you sent these people knives and find the one that weighs, 12 or 13 ounces, and you'll know who got the extra knife. So I got it in response to that. After I told him what he should do, he said, you were absolutely spot on. The package I sent with both knives weighed 14.6 ounces. Further, the buyer wasn't even in the U.S. He had the packages forwarded from someone in the U.S. out of the country. Plus, the photos he showed had tape all around the large shipping envelope. something is very off with this buyer. Again, I can't thank you enough. So yeah, he figured out what was going on with the package, and it's some shady guy that shipped it to somebody in the US and then had it shipped out of country. And the guy sent him a picture, I guess, of the package, and it had a bunch of weird duct tape on it or something. But he was able to sleuth it out after I told him. And I said, dude, I'm not the one. I said, I go live every morning, and had you sent me an extra knife, I would have let you know and sent it right back to you. I said, I give away a bunch of knives. Like, I'm not the one to take a knife. But he could have handled that a little better. He could have asked first instead of saying, can you let me know and I'll get it shipped back? Like accusing me. Like, I was like, it's all good. I wasn't too worried about it. I knew I wasn't at fault, but I'm glad. I told him I'm super glad at least he got to the bottom of it. And I told him I was sorry that this world is full of crappy people. But yeah, he's the guy I bought the Finch from, so that's what made me think of it, because we were looking at the Finch. Let's go back over here. I wouldn't have minded have gotten that knife extra, but I didn't. I would have paid him for it. TPK, Coastline Jack. What do we got here? Coastline Jack. Oh, there's the Tempest Tornado. I hadn't seen that one yet either. Wish they would show fully closed pictures, because they don't. They just show it open and partially closed. All right, and then the Mini Goblin. So this is another knife I've got a weird question about, but Shark Knife Co. is responsible for the Mini Goblin, right? So it's a collabo between, okay, now I got it. So Edison Barajas. So it's a collaboration. All right. Because they both kind of claim it as their own. Because you can find it called the Shark Knife Co. Mini Goblin. And you can find it called the Koenig Mini Goblin. But I would like that one instead of the Shiru. The Shiru is not bad, though. This is the one picture he sent me. And that looks like something they would enjoy making a copy of. All right. I like that clip too. So I guess that's the one they're working on. Lamifshi's working on that one right now. Upcoming drops. Dixon with the diamond pattern, I guess. Diamond. Yep. Diamond milling. I like that finish on the blade. I'm partial to a rugged finish on a knife. I don't know. A lot of people don't like a very aggressive battle stone wash. I do, though. Transient Haztec. Dirty Penny Edition. That's a wild skelly with the maze pattern. Dirty Penny Edition. 63.5 HRC Magna Cut. Dirty Penny Copper Anno Finish. On titanium. Yeah, that's a good finish on titanium. Next week, or tomorrow, Black Fox Machining. Oh, there y'all go. There's you another utility knife. Let's go follow them. Go check out their page. Whoops, what do we got?
Video, I'm Ben, and today the shop might look a little bit different. And that's because we're here at my home shop, and I make these fun little utility knives. Today I wanted to put this utility knife through Toolpath and show you guys the workflow that I use going from Fusion to Toolpath back to Fusion for an automated workflow. If that sounds like something you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how we do it all.
Alright, well, full video is in his YouTube. That's pretty cool. Machining Minutes. I might need to check out his YouTube channel. Looks like he might like teaching stuff and showing stuff. So I'm going to go subscribe and turn on all. Shop tour. See if he's got any playlists. Do it yourself CNC mill. Nice. Yeah, I'll go check out some of his videos later. Shout out Black Fox Machining. Let's go back and look at, is this the first titanium switch? So it's got like a Snex looking lock. Very fidgety. Yeah, I like it. So it's called a switch. I have to check that out when it drops. 11 p.m. Central tomorrow. Brass and G10 ones. All right. Next week, the Ace Rio. There you go, Sever. There's a cheaper version of an Ace. That's your style knife for sure. Black and Brass. Black and Brass. They hit this. Oh, that's not the right song. Black and Brass. Back in Black. That's a cool knife. Yeah, Pete, it is Snexy. Christopher Dream Tech does great OEM. That I've got that that one that's OEM by Dream Tech that Lemifshi put out, and it's super nice. Yeah, their OEM service is great. And we looked at one a couple of weeks ago from Dream Tech also, but see you later, Robin. But this one is a Dream Tech. And it's got, I did a flipper tab delete on it, but it's super nice. They sell it for a crazy price on their website, whereas Lemifshi sold it for like 170. I think they sell it for like 400 on their website, but this is a Dream Tech OEM knife. And it's got awesome action, buttery smooth. It's got very nice rounded off edges too. Super comfortable. I don't know if you can see how nicely rounded all those edges are though, but they're super nice. The clip's nice. It's all rounded off too. You can see all that. But yeah, that's a Dream Tech. So Dream Tech, let's see. They sell that knife for crazy price. Where is it? Load more, load more, load more, load more. Dang it. Where is it? How many knives do they OEM? Wow. Maybe I missed it. I didn't think I did, but I guess I did. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, they sell it for $376 and he sold it for $170. It's the JR 4902, I believe. 9402. Yeah, there it is. So you can see that's the exact same knife as that one. There's that picture. Whoops. There's that picture and there's that picture. Same knife. And it's $187 on here and $376 on their site. So that's totally weird. Yeah, they're the store, I think it's the Peace Sun. No, who sells the Vespa Zero Rotation? I think they're sold out. Yeah, I think the site that I bought them from, here it is right here. China Knife Center store. Here's the link for you, Christopher. There's the link. That's where I got mine with the DLC. I got that one and that one. See you later, William. You got one of these for your 2K giveaway? Oh, that's awesome. That's a lot of knife for the money. That giant thumb stud reminds me of Six Leaf. I wouldn't be surprised if it was manufactured by them. It looks like that style too. By the way, we got 8 days left until our 365 giveaway. Good morning, Robert Jones. I've got a pile of knives over here for my giveaway for the year. I think there's like 4 or 5 knives in each stack so far. I'm still adding more to it. Yeah, that's an awesome knife, Sever. Great price on it. And you get hooked up on it too because you know the guy. So that was a great purchase for the giveaway. All right, guys. Start winding this one down unless y'all got something else you want to talk about. Start putting up some knives in cases. That's the only one that goes in my nice knife case. I guess a knife that's $190 on AliExpress and $376 on the original website can be considered a nice knife. All right, let me put this one back in the Kubey box. That Kubey, that Geo knife, you can tell who the OEM is. The screw holes are in the same places, like crossbar locks look exactly the same. Pivots, thumb stud placement, overall size. Clips, they just rounded off this clip. But this is the, whatever it is, this is that Geo. So before Geo Knife, they are owned by Kubey. They are a separate company, but their domain register pointed to Kubey. It actually forwarded you, when they first opened the website, it forwarded you to the Kubey website, and they sold some of them on the Kubey website. So anyway, just a little fun fact. They had the manufacturing facilities, and somebody there probably wanted to start their own little brand, doing more crossbar lock knives, so they started the Geo thing. We'll start the video like we ended it. We'll end the video like we started it. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. It is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and tomorrow will be a week from the 1 year in a row. You're going to start doing whatnot soon? Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, somebody asked about the Migron site being down, and I talked about that about a month ago. You got to add an M in front of the Migron, I believe. Something about their website went down. But, yeah, it's still there. You just have to go to a different, you got to point it to a different place. I should go on Whatnot and check it out. I've only been on there like once or twice, and I saw some like overweight ladies selling knives for like way overpriced. I think that was Whatnot. Yeah, it had to be Whatnot. And no offense to the overweight ladies, but they didn't act like they knew much about knives. I think there was a guy involved in the background that had two chicks selling knives for him. Thank you, Michael. You have a great day too, sir. Let's see. Everybody have fun tonight. I'm gonna go play some billiards tonight. I haven't done that in a while. Michael, yeah, I'm sure you know which ones I'm talking about. Anybody that's watched that. I'm going to keep firing this Vespa and let y'all know if I ever get a fail from it. But right now, this Combat Trudon is kicking butt. And it feels very stable. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate y'all for talking to me about knives this morning, and we'll do it again tomorrow.